Thus concludes Sherlock Sholmes' great deduction of this pawnbrokering puzzle. I'm not buying it. Mr. Sholmes. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, an impressively upbeat deduction for a detective's racked with loneliness, would you not agree? Was it true what you said about the bank over the road and what it has in its vault? You should totally rob it. Indeed, though few know of its existence, it is one of the government's most closely guarded secrets. Gregson told me in the strictest confidence. And now he's told 3 people. But you just announced it to everyone in here, rather loudly in fact. Or if everybody heard it then, 5 people. The pawnbroker and Gina were here as well. A thief, I might add. One of them is a known thief. Well done. Aha. And if it's such a big secret, how would Mr. Benedict have come to find out about it? There can be but one explanation for that. Clearly, it is because the man is a criminal. Okay. But what if he didn't know anything about the money in the vault? If he is a criminal, as you said, then buying a brand new shovel is sure to be the first thing he does now that you've revealed the secret. Oh. Or if he doesn't, maybe Mr. Windibank will. He already has plenty of shovels here after all. On my life, I assure you I'm not so unscrupulous. Well, hopefully this has taught you a valuable lesson. Sensitive information must be handled with the utmost care. One can never be sure that someone privy to secrets won't disclose them, and once the word is out, it's out. Perhaps I'll think twice before confiding in you next time, Mr. Sholmes. An excellent idea, Mr. Naruhodo, an excellent idea. Yeah. Don't give this guy a USB drive full of, like, you know, people's pension fund information or something. He'll leave it on the tube. Just like, you know, people do these days. So I'm just going to leave this laptop right here with all this information, you know, with people's social security numbers on it and everything, and then I'm going to forget to take it with me. Whoopsie. Because that happened once, or twice, or 5 times probably in the last few decades. I don't know. It's been a lot. Well then, Mr. Naruhodo, you know what to do, I'm sure. Yes. Let's listen to the great deduction again and see if we can massage it into shape. Because it's clearly wrong. Very well then, let us start once more from the beginning. Of Sherlock Sholmes' magnificent logic and reasoning spectacular. With a course correction. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes. The mystery man's aims. So we must ask ourselves on the business. We ventured into the pawnbrokery. Claim to have followed the pickpocket with a redemption ticket stolen on the street, but that is most certainly a lie. The real truth is something quite different, and he is clutching a flyer. So he did come in here for a different reason, because he reacted, like, startled. But what brought him into the shop in the first place is a staff recruitment flyer. Now he's confused. He's like, oh? No, it didn't. So by Mr. Sholmes' reasoning, Mr. Benedict came in here in order to apply for a job so he could dig down through the floor? Yes, in an attempt to tunnel into the sewers to gain access to the money in a vault of the bank across the road. I mean, he could have gone into the sewers anywhere else, but okay. But he wouldn't get very far with a broken shovel, would he? No, I think it's fair to say his motive lies elsewhere. The question is, what did bring Mr. Benedict here at this particular point in time? It's going to be something written on the back of this piece of paper, right? Let's have a look at it. Certainly is a flyer for Mr. Windibank's shop. Let's see. Windibank wants you! Pawnbroker assistant required. It's an eye-catching advertisement, that's for sure. I've seen the same flyer inside the shop, I think. Perhaps Mr. Windibank is always in need of more staff. So Mr. Benedict came to apply for a job? That's too hard to believe. Yeah, always got a drawing of Gina. Let's look at the cane first, though. What do we need to know about this cane? That is a proper English gentleman's cane, isn't it? Look at the beautifully polished brass on the handle. Yes, but Mr. Sholmes is right. It's not the sort of handle usually seen on a cane. Yeah. Perhaps it's just the latest London fashion. I mean, that's just guesswork, of course. Perhaps you could adopt a cane, Mr. Naruhodo. It might rather suit you. No, but we have the katana, right? We have Kazuma's katana. I have a feeling that it might argue with the sword around my waist. I'll say it would. Yeah, it's like you either have a cane or you have that. You know, don't have both. That's just too much. Let's look at the stylish hat. The silk top hat is whiter than white. Only an English gentleman could hope to carry off something so bright. But it looks so incongruous with a black overcoat, don't you think? That's it. Perhaps it's the latest London fashion. I mean, that's just guesswork. How about it, Mr. Naruhodo? Think you'd look very fetching in a white top hat? Well, you know, I think it might look rather incongruous with my black university uniform, so no. But yeah, he's got a drawing on the back. Oh, look, there's the security camera. Cool. We didn't actually see them earlier, but yeah, here it is. Let's, there it is. Got it. Oh. Look at all the scribbled notes on the back of the flyer here. I don't believe it. What is it? Listen to what it says. Name, Gina Lestrade. Height, 5'2". Green cap, scruffy waistcoat, grubby white shirt, blue satchel, ragged. It's a detailed description of Miss Lestrade. Goodness. There's even a sketch of her, hat and all. Although, if he'd showed it to her, she'd have fired that smoke grenade launcher in his face for sure. Ah, look. The details of the shop have been written down too. Winterbank Pawnbrokery, Baker Street, redemption deadline 15th of April. So that's how he knows what it is, which is today's date. But why would Mr. Benedict have all that information scrawled on the back of a piece of paper? So that's why he's here. He was looking for her and knew she'd be coming, and he came to intercept her. Yes, what brought you to this shop in the first place is the info about Miss Lestrade. Quite so, my dear fellow. It would appear that the writing and sketch on the reverse of the flyer pertain to the pickpocket Miss Lestrade and to the Winterbank's pawnbrokery here. Ah. You originally told us that you had merely given chase after Miss Lestrade stole the redemption ticket from you. But that, sir, is a thinly veiled lie. It is the information on the back of the flyer that led you here today, by which I mean here to Winterbank's pawnbrokery, and today the redemption deadline of that overcoat. So you waited outside for the young girl matching the description to have written down to arrive. Huh. And you've gone to some lengths to hide the reason for your pursuit of Miss Lestrade. In other words, there is some ulterior motive for your actions, which we're right. The cane which you unwittingly clutch to your person exhibits an incontrovertible contradiction. What utter rot. I've had this cane for years. The contradiction which I speak of is, of course, the missing ferrule. Right, that's wrong, apparently, but there's something about the cane that is. It's probably the name on the cane. So what's a ferrule? It's a metal cap commonly found on the end of a cane, Mr. Naruhodo. Ah, the bit that makes the nice clanking sound on the pavement? Yes, exactly. And Mr. Sholmes is right, it appears to be missing on this cane. But it doesn't actually look broken, does it? No, it doesn't. Though the gentleman certainly did recoil when Mr. Sholmes identified the cane as suspicious. In other words, there's some secret about the cane that Mr. Benedict would rather we didn't know. It's really a sword. Hidden on the inside. Let's look at the missing ferrule again, though, and see what else we can glean. But the end of the cane is just bare wood, and according to Mr. Sholmes' deduction, this is where the shovel blade would have been attached. Couldn't it just be that the tip fell off? I'm sorry, Mr. Naruhodo, but I couldn't possibly speculate. You would think that as well it would have been, like, secured on somehow, like there might have been a rivet or something that was drilled in. But it's probably more to do with the AG that's on the actual tip, the end here, the handle. Look here, Miss Susato. There are some letters on the handle. Ah, yes, those must be initials, I think. In the West, it's customary for people to engrave their belongings with the first letters of their name. So Herlock Sholmes would be HS, you mean? That's right. And the initials on the cane, obviously, O. AG. Why does it feel as though that's not quite right? Yeah, because it wouldn't be his. It would be EB. But I do feel that the initialing is the problem.
Take that!
The contradiction of which I speak is, of course, the initialing. A most astute observation, wouldn't you say, Mr. Eggert Benedict? We are led to believe, sir, that your initials are EB. Yet, in a most possessive manner, you have in your grasp a cane bearing the initials AG. An incontrovertible contradiction. Indeed, would you not agree? No, you're wrong. This cane isn't... You said before that you had that cane for years. Ugh. So don't try to tell us that you just borrowed it from a friend or found it in the park. In short, though you hold yourself to be a gentleman, you have withheld your true name. Scandalous. You recoil, sir. Is something wrong? Well, I... And in your recoiling, you inadvertently facilitated the answer to the next conundrum to present itself. Namely, what the truth is behind the rod that you bear. Your reaction betrays the truth. The handle which you evidently would like to conceal is the key to understanding the riddle. Let's consider the bare bones of what's happened here. Miss Lestrade redeemed the fine-looking overcoat, and now a mysterious man has appeared introducing himself with a fake name, claiming the overcoat belongs to him. But we know that he actually identified Miss Lestrade from a written description, which suggests that everything else he's told us is untrue. So what we need to do here is somehow prove that the overcoat cannot possibly belong to him. So he's hiding the initialing again, I think. That's probably what he was trying to do. But it's the handle instead that we can look at. It is a rather strange handle for sure. Certainly unusual for a gentleman's cane. You'd expect to see such a cane being twirled charmingly by its owner as he skips merrily down the street. You do? Ah, something has just occurred to me. We have a shovel back in our office, don't we? Yes, you're right. And its handle is exactly the same shape as the cane's. Here we go. Now I'm starting to wonder if it's not actually a cane at all, but a spade. Or a shovel. Mr. Sholmes' deductions are curiously compelling, aren't they? So the handle. We just swapped handle for handle. Whoops. No, it's not that. Whoops. My mistake. The initials on the handle of the cane are AG, but you introduce yourself as Eggert Benedict. In other words, the cane is not yours, so what else about the person belongs to someone else? The truth is, there's nothing you wouldn't take from another man, is there? Are you quite concentrating? You've identified exactly what I did originally. Sorry, yeah, I wasn't paying attention, Sholmes. Oh yes, sorry, I have. Well, I do understand. As inimitable as I am, people do like to try. But you won't make a great detective like that. Not even a great detective's assistant. An assistant's assistant then? Alright, I'll think again. So he's not hiding the handle. The man is white all over but for the overcoat. That's almost reason enough to say it doesn't belong to him, does it? But I'm sure the gentleman's wardrobe isn't exclusively white, Mr. Naruhodo. Well, mine is exclusively black. I think perhaps we should go shopping together. There's no doubt about it, that black overcoat doesn't suit Mr. Benedict at all, but we need a more tangible way of proving it. Alright. So how does it not fit him? Ah! He's torn it, look. There we go. A split seam. Oh Oh, there's a seam on the shoulder that's coming apart. Look. So it is. Do you know, a moment ago when Mr. Benedict was surprised by something that was said, I thought I heard him make a rather strange noise. It sounded a bit like a tiny growl, but now I think it was probably the sound of the seam ripping open. If you look closely, it does seem to be a very tight fit. The sleeves are stretched to bursting, and he wouldn't have a hope of fastening it at the front. If he were to run around in it, I'm sure the whole thing would fall apart. That I'd like to see. Sorry? Wow. Susato. Chill girl. So, how can we make Mr. Benedict run around? She's really giving this some thought. Right, so the seam is what we need to,
Take that!
say he's trying to hide. So the split seam you would not like us to see. The split seam which you evidently would like to conceal is the key to understanding the riddle, you see. Ah! Yes, because the overcoat is rather obviously a poor fit. Having forced it over your broad shoulders, the seam is already breaking apart. My suspicions were aroused from the outset. Sure they were. When you so badly lied about your name and so boldly waylaid this pickpocket. This catalogue of untruths has all been for one very specific purpose. To steal the article that the young girl redeemed from Mr. Windibank. Ah! What really irks me is this. A considerable crime I initially imagined as being considerably curtailed. Thing is, if he's got that description, someone else gave it to him, which means someone else wanted him to do this. Now, Mr. Benedict, let us conclude. Or we must expose the details of this elaborate crime you have in the planning. This is utterly absurd. You suggest that I, a gentleman, designed a wheeze to filch some tawdry article of pawnage. Have you forgotten that I redeemed the article in the proper manner using the watchword? Had I not been the one to deposit it in the first place, how could I possibly know the relevant details? N'est-ce pas? Oh, but the watchword can be discovered. As you are only too well aware, Mr. Benedict. Ah, and your furtive glance is more telling than I could have hoped. What? Let us consider how one might come to learn the secret watchword relating to the pawned property of another. The ledger. The method is revealed by the council notice. No, it isn't. But he wasn't looking at the council notice, he was looking at the ledger. The direction of the deduction must change rather dramatically now, I think. Yeah, no more talk of tunneling into the sewers, which is a pity because it all sounded rather exciting. Anyway, you can't deny this mysterious gentleman did know the watchword. Yeah, Professor. As in Moriarty. If you didn't know the word, Mr. Windibank would never allow you to redeem the article. Or, looking at it another way, if you did know the word, Mr. Windibank would allow you to take the article, whether it was yours or not. The question is, could this gentleman have found the watchword out somehow? He could have just come in here before, or someone else could have done and looked at this. So that's a note that... So that is the council notice. Baker Street Works is the title. Yes, it does mention sewerage works that Mr. Sholmes said. Oh, and specifically mentions tonight's sale at the confectionery shop on the corner won't be affected. Case solving first, confections later, Mr. Naruhodo. Ah, curse my overly expressive face. Oh, there's a picture of kitties. There is the gun. This is Mr. Windibank's gun. Loaded with only one bullet, he said. It would appear that being a pawnbroker is a very life or death profession. That might just be this particular establishment. It could just be him. Look at this, Miss Susato. It appears to be a memo that Mr. Windibank has scribbled to himself. Let's see, what does it say? Oh, Professor. Mr. Winterbank must make a note of the watchwords his customers give him right before their eyes. And an alarmingly clear script as we see. Oh dear. I don't know where to look. Who knows what other secrets I might see. So that's what he was looking at, the note. It was revealed by the notelet. The method is revealed by the notelet on the counter to which your eyes inadvertently are drawn. Yes, the broker here follows the same procedure whenever a customer comes to redeem an article. He asks the customer for the watchword and notes down the response uttered on the notelet which he has to hand. Then he consults his ledger and confirms whether or not the watchword matches the article in question. I would expect nothing less of a diligent pawnbroker. But his diligence clearly has disadvantages. What are you talking about? It's increasingly apparent that you were present in this shop before your accusation against Miss Lestrade, sorry. In all likelihood, you followed her inside and then observed her talking to Mr. Winterbank. Where were all these people while we were looking around earlier? They were nowhere to be seen. When the diligent pawnbroker made a note of the watchword in his common practice, you observed him writing the word professor on the notelet beside the ledger. And that, sir, was the master plan you devised to steal the pawned article from the young Miss Lestrade. Master plan? Which brings us at last to the final chapter of this lurid scheme. Why would you go to such lengths to redeem a particular article from the pawnbroker? Are you quite serious? For an ill-fitting overcoat hardly seems justified for the effort, much less worthwhile the music box disc. But naturally, you had a very good reason to make them yours, didn't you, Mr. Benedict? I have no idea what you're talking about. Allow me to present a rather interesting piece of evidence. You see, the picture postcard tells us all we need to know. Obviously not. It's going to be the disc itself, because it's got Mr. McGilded's name on it. The articles we're talking about are the overcoat and the music box disc was in one of the pockets, which according to Mr. Winterbank isn't even worth a penny. Yet the man went to lengths to steal them, and he was expecting more than one. So we know this already. Why? I wonder if perhaps we already have the evidence we need to explain it, Mr. Naruhodo? Could we really? Better have a thorough look through all the evidence we've collected so far. All 1 items of it.
Take that!
You see, the music box disc tells us all we need to know. What's that on the back? It reads, for McGilded. Mr. Magnus McGilded, the unfortunate philanthropist who perished in curious circumstances at the Old Bailey 2 months ago. A prominent man in London, through his loan-mongering, demonstrating a distinct lack of scruples. So you're an associate of his, are you? Or perhaps a subordinate? Or maybe his son? Mr. McGilded was a man of unusually small stature, in fact. But that coat is obviously not his. He was precisely the right size. Oh, that coat was his, apparently. He was precisely the right size for that overcoat that you've squeezed yourself into. Ugh. Your true identity remains shrouded in mystery, Mr. Eggert Benedict. But the final conclusion here is crystal clear. The reason you came to the pawnbroker today was to retrieve an article left behind by the late Magnus McGilded. Ah! Well, we got him. Solved! Alright, well guys, the frame drops are just coming in thick and fast for the next few minutes, it seems, and we haven't had a break yet. We're 20 minutes overdue, so I'm going to go and take a 10-minute break, and hopefully these frame drops will stop again. They seem to be happening in small spikes and then buggering off for like an hour. So, alright, so when I tabbed back over, it moved the text along briefly. So there's the last bit that we saw when we left. Mr. Magnus McGilded. Not a name I expected to hear in these circumstances. Mr. Sholmes, I'm afraid there's something very troubling on my mind. Workday, not much. Oh dear. Well, good luck today. Hope you have a good day. Pray tell, Miss Susato. Well, according to what Mr. Winterbank told us earlier, today was the final day with which the coat could have been redeemed, was it not? Yes, ma'am, that's correct. Today would be precisely 2 months since it was first deposited. Today's the 15th of April, so 2 months ago today would have been the 15th of February, sir. That's right. All carefully recorded in my ledger. Deposited at 10:30 p.m, I see. What? But that suggests... Yes, 15th of February is precisely the day on which the omnibus murder took place. And 10:30 in the evening is precisely the time at which the terrible events were unfolding. Suggestive is not the word. It would seem the matter is entirely beyond coincidence. Interesting. You are, of course, at liberty to make whatever outlandish deductions you choose. However... Oh, fuck. Where'd that gun come from? Did he just pull that from the ceiling? What the hell? I must insist you hand over the music box disc now. Sure, here, have it. Whatever, dude. Okay. It would be a terrible shame for you to return to your native land in a box. What do I do? I mean... What we do is we save the game first. Absolutely not. Go F yourself. I refuse. There are some things a man must protect at all costs. This may well be one of those things. Then again, it may not. Oh, damn! Mr. Winterbank's packing too. This is my shop. I can't allow any harm to come to my customers. If that were to happen... Oh no. I should have to take my own life. You're not helping. Mr. Winterbank, no. Alright, that's enough. Oh, the bobbies are here. Inspector Gregson. Inspector? That's right, Sunshine. The alarm was raised on one of our dedicated emergency lines, so we got here as fast as we could. Now, what's all this about then, eh? Oh, praise be, you're here at last. I was moments away from forfeiting my own life in my very own establishment. Dude has a panic button to the coppers. Nice. It would seem you have the upper hand. Oh god, he's got his fish and chips again. There must have, I mean, there's a fish and chip shop on every street, so, you know. Right, you lot have some explaining to do. I don't appreciate being bothered with some petty argy-bargy. Petty? Mr. Winterbank very nearly met with his end. Yeah, by his own gun as far as I can tell. Oh dear. And the whole of Britain could meet with its end if I don't get to the bottom of the case I'm supposed to be working on. What? What on earth is the case, Inspector? Spare no detail, Gregson. Oh god damn it, Sholmes, you're here too. No, I might have said a little too much. No matter, it's nothing to do with you lot. Anyway, sir, you're gonna have to come with me down to the station. But of course, Inspector. Ah! He's getting away! After him, lads! Whistle the beat officer too! Sir! Oh god, please tell me the beat officer isn't actually Rolly Beat. No. There's been a spate of thefts at pawn shops around here recently, so we fitted emergency buttons underneath the counters for the brokers to let us know when there's trouble. Spectre, I was very worried there for a while. Very worried indeed. As you pointed your own gun at your own head, you mean, yeah. Now then, Mr. Permanently in Mourning. Oh, yes. I'll be taking that, whatever it is, of McGildred's down to the yard. Thank you very much. Hand it over. Oh, yes, of course. No, don't give it to him. It's mine, that is. Mine. Actually, it says for McGildred, and your name ain't McGildred, so whatever. I'm sorry, miss, but anything belonging to McGildred has to be taken as evidence now. As evidence? If the police demand something as evidence, my dear fellow, we have no choice but to capitulate. It's all yours, Inspector. Grr. And so we handed Mr. McGildred's disc over to Inspector Gregson, and we were summarily turfed out of the shop and onto the street. To be Conti. Or continued. Oh, she's still got the coat, though. They didn't take the coat as evidence. Good old Gregson slipping up on the job as always. See, that's why I hate grown-ups. All they do is feed you a pack of lies and take stuff away from you. He's got some issues. Oh, really, Miss Lestrade? Tell me, is that overcoat keeping you warm? What? Oh my, surely you were given that. Yeah, they did let me keep it after I looked daggers at him for long enough. He went through the pockets then said, "Go on then, have it before and telling me to scarper." Always pays off giving people a look like you ate them. I can't help feeling that it's going to get you into serious trouble one day. What I really want is that nice shiny disc, mind. The music box disc? But Mr. Winterbank said it was practically worthless. I think I'm going to go and have another bash. Give him a long hard stare. I think not, Miss Lestrade. We shan't enter Winterbank again today. Why not? That's not fair. Can't be helped, I'm afraid. The police are investigating the scene now and taking a statement from Mr. Winterbank. But that disc's mine. I had the ticket for this coat, and it was in the coat's pocket. And there should be something else and all. That's what's rotten. That's what that rotten cove said, ain't it? He did mention something about another article, didn't he? He said there should be 2 discs. Well then that's mine too, whatever it is. Now she's pushing her luck. Miss Lestrade, I think it's time to admit defeat. You've had your haul for the day. Yeah, and it's all your fault, Sholmes. So what are your plans now? Will you dine with us this evening? What? What? Iris would be delighted to cook, I'm sure, and I might entertain you with my modest violin recital. No, Tar. Oh. Why would I come round your place, eh? Have you lost your head or something? Oh. Oh dear, she's gone. Having reviled me on me quite necessarily, I might add. I can't help wondering if perhaps she might turn up anyway. Interesting. Once she's had a chance to calm down, I think there's a good chance she'll decide to come. Well, very well then. I'll inform Iris to set a place for our potential guest at the dinner table this evening. And one more thing. I should be glad of your company later too. Sorry? I believe I will have a rather splendid surprise to show you. Oh, how exciting! What is it? You shall have to wait and see, Miss Susato. Until later then. So where do we move to now, I wonder? The pawnbrokery, the legal counsel, the showman's suite. That's all we've got. Is there anything else to look at round here for now? Nothing we haven't already looked at, probably. Wondering if something got dropped in the street or something. Nope. Alright, I guess we go back to the office. So, what do we do? Can it really be that we've been in Great Britain for 2 months already? Yes, it's gone by in a flash, hasn't it? And what an English gentleman you trailed off there, Sato-san. I'm so sorry. When I thought it through, I realised it's not really all true, actually. I simply don't feel that any Britishness has really rubbed off on you. Nor you, to be honest. Well, that's obviously because... Yes, I know. Without a doubt, it's your kimono. It most certainly stands out. I do adore the attire of English ladies. It is quite delightful, but somehow I just don't feel ready to abandon my Japanese dress just yet. I wonder how Susato-san would look in a Western clothes. That might be interesting to see. I believe actually in the options there is a way to do that. I think I have to go back to the main menu though. It's going to be in the main menu. I guess we don't have anything to do here, so the showman's suite then. Show our faces. Ah, Susie, Runo, come in, come in. Good afternoon, Iris. Thank you so much for breakfast this morning, or what little bit of it we got to eat. The tiny bit of egg that we got to eat and a morsel of bacon before we would run out of the house to look for a violin. Oh, don't mention it. Goodness, look at the time already. Busy as always? I am. I'm preparing everything for dinner this evening. Already? You're obviously cooking something special, are you? Oh yes, after all, we have a special guest joining us. Guess who it is? Go on, you'll never guess. Look at the little eyes of hers that are shining. Oh dear, it is awkward when you already know the answer, isn't it? It's Ginny! Isn't that exciting? Oh, what a surprise. Yes, that's wonderful news. Wow, Iris seems overjoyed at the idea. I can't wait to learn some pickpocketing tips from a real professional. Yes, that does sound like fun. I'm not sure that's entirely appropriate. Are you Mr. Naruhodo? By the way, Iris, what's Mr. Sholmes up to? Early? Oh, he's been like that ever since he got back. Hello, Mr. Sholmes. I beg that you won't speak to me. Sorry? I don't know who you are, but kindly take your leave. As you can see, I'm not here. Okay, I don't know how to respond to that. I do apologize when he gets like this. He's completely oblivious to everything. I see. Really, he behaves just like a child sometimes, Hurley does. Mr. Sholmes and Iris have something of a parent and child relationship, don't they? It's a very odd one. Except Iris is clearly the parent here. Come to think of it, I wonder where her real parents are. What's the matter, Runo? You have never such a funny look on your face. Oh no, it's nothing. I know what it is. Why does this girl live here with Mr. Sholmes, you're wondering? Am I right? How did you know? Oh, Runo, I can read you like a book. Oh, this girl is dangerous. Don't worry, you can ask me anything, I won't mind. So, by Ginny, you mean Miss Lestrade, the young woman from McGilded's case 2 months ago, right? Yes, who also stole my experimental smoke grenade launcher. He still has it, apparently. Although after the trial, I invited her back here and we had dinner together. And now we're best of friends. Oh, what a lovely tale. Yes, now if I bump into her on the street, she runs away as fast as she can. Oh. And I chase after her down the back alleys. Interesting idea of friendship. And then I let her have the latest colour of smoke grenade I've developed. Oh. There are so many beautiful colours in the world, Ginny wants me to make a whole rainbow. What, like in one grenade it just keeps changing colour, or does it do all of them at once, or what? I suppose this means you've let Miss Lestrade keep the smoke grenade launcher, have you? Yes, that's right. I got bored of it anyway. Hurley always reacts the same way when I shoot him with it now. That's the only reason you made it? Poor Hurley. I can't wait for Ginny to arrive. It's been too long since she last came over. I'm so excited. I just hope she does actually come. Oh, I didn't quite press down. Hang on. Skip through all of this. My controller is dying. I'm pretty sure it is. Sometimes the buttons don't actually register that you've pressed. Other times they press multiple times. It doesn't seem to do it on this game though, but I think there's like a system in the buttons to prevent you from skipping too fast. There we go. I'm sure you've been wondering why it is that I live here with Hurley, haven't you? Well, it has crossed my mind. That and where your real parents. Aw, my mummy and daddy aren't with me anymore. Mummy passed away when I was born, and at around the same time my father, well, he had to go to a faraway land because one of the cases he and Hurley were working on. Oh no! It was the doctor from the first case. Well, that was her dad. John H. Wilson. That was her dad. No! Wait a minute. Did you say he and Hurley? Yes. Daddy and Hurley were always solving mysterious cases together. You didn't mention that before. He wrote them all up in his diaries. That's what's in this metal chest over there. Really? He recorded them all? So you mean it's true, Mr. Sholmes really did have a partner with whom he tackled some of his most taxing cases? Oh yes. I mean, it's always nice to have one, isn't it? So Mr. Sholmes' partner was your father. Exactly. Hurley told me I wasn't allowed to look in the chest, but that only made me want to look even more, so I opened it up. You found your father's memoirs. Yes, so I asked Hurley. Who wrote these? He nearly fell off his chair. But then he told me. That's when I found out about the author of all these accounts. It was my father. So Iris's father was Mr. Sholmes' partner. I've practically lived with Hurley all my life. I was tiny when he took me in. So it came as quite a shock when Hurley told me he wasn't really my daddy. I mean, it must have done. I wonder why Mr. Sholmes chose to tell you, and at such a young age. Hurley says it's because he wouldn't have been able to hide it from me. Oh? Well, having lived with Hurley all these years, you might say that we have his ways have rubbed off on me. There are some things I can just see. Especially lies. I almost know when people are lying, before they open their mouths sometimes. Right. Anyway, I was so fascinated when I read Daddy's diaries. That's what inspired me to write The Adventures of Herlock Sholmes, actually. I'd always assumed Mr. Sholmes simply told you all those thrilling stories. Oh no, Hurley's hopeless like that. He forgets everything as soon as he solves a case, it's all that vanishes from his mind. I see. The other day it was so embarrassing. As usual, he totally forgot about the case he'd just solved. So the very next day he gathered together all the people involved in the process to solve the case again. It was quite a shock for everyone. You can say that again. You share your father's surname, don't you, Iris? That's right, Wilson. Yeah, there we go. Daddy is Dr. John H. Wilson. I learned from his diaries that he's a doctor of medicine, you see. That's what prompted me to study and study so that I could earn a doctorate as well. Iris's father, who went some distant land, and is a doctor by the name of John H. Wilson. Yeah. The court will now hear the trial of Ryunosake Naruhodo. Kindly state before the court the name of the victim in the case. The victim name was Dr. John H. Wilson. That's right. The visiting professor of medicine at the Imperial Yumei University. And the man who, in the most bizarre of circumstances, lost his life just before we left Japan. And we never know what happened to the woman who had done it. The one who poisoned him. Miss Susato. Yes? Perhaps we shouldn't pursue this conversation any further at this time. I think that would be for the best. Oh. Ah, my dear fellows, how good to see you. Oh, Mr. Sholmes. Whenever did you not make your presence known to me before? Huh, yeah. Well, no matter now. So, how the devil are you? We've been with you for most of the day. Goodness, really? Do tell me, Mr. Sholmes, is your violin unscathed? My violin? Whatever are you talking about, dear madam? Never mind that now. I have something far more interesting to show you. Behold, my dear fellows. He has another disc. It's another music box disc. No, not another disc, Miss Susato. This is the one Gregson demanded we hand over as evidence in Mr. McGilded's disc. What? Oh my. Then, what is it doing here? You know, at times, Mr. Naruhodo, I think that I thought that though I have an undeniable turn for detection, I may well be even more adept at larceny. He probably took the music disc out of the box that was in the pawn shop and gave him that one, like when he wasn't looking. Oh, that would be wonderfully exciting. I'd be your pickpocketing assistant. And Runo could be our go-to lawyer if we ever get caught. No, I want no part of this. Plus, Susie has such beautiful handwriting she could write all our menacing crime notifications. Yes, I'd be delighted. Okay, you're too much into this already. I'm going to pretend this conversation never happened, I think. So, you have the disc. I don't understand. How did the disc come to be in your possession? I thought Inspector Gregson took it back to Scotland Yard. Quite correct. And that sort of uncompromising attitude is precisely why I always carry some of this. That's a bar of caramel, Mr. Sholmes. And your one and only friend in times of loneliness, if I'm not mistaken. If you will humour me, my dear fellows, cast your minds back to when the good detective confiscated the disc. I'll be taking that whatever it is of McGilded's down to the yard, and thank you very much. Hand it over. Oh yes, of course. If the police demand something as evidence, my dear fellow, we have no choice but to capitulate. It's all yours, Inspector. For the briefest of moments, I had the disc in my hand, did I not? Yes, you did, but I still don't understand. It was at precisely that moment that I summoned my one and only friend into action. I pressed the disc into a pair of bars like this. Oh, right, he made an impression. And then he's made a duplicate. Nice. That's amazing. The disc and all the minuscule protrusions haven't made an image in the caramel. Indeed, the caramel is quite exceptional. I developed it myself, you know. Suitably soft for making impressions but resistant to melting, the result of a precisely controlled solution. How extraordinary! Carrying a pair of these on one's person frequently proves very useful indeed. Take a house key for example. A simple press and its unique form is duplicated. And I can enter anyone's property at will. Oh my god, we're back to larceny. And never without high sucrose nourishment. Yes, it sounds illegal. From the image I was able to create this. I confess I was most curious to know what manner of music would issue from the disc when played. The music is going to open a portal to the realms of hell. And it will swallow the world whole. Do tell us then, Mr. Sholmes, what music does the disc play? Well, unfortunately, I have no idea. No idea? None whatsoever. Are you familiar with the workings of a music box, my dear fellows? No, I'm afraid not. Goodness, you don't know, Runo? Inside a music box there's a special metal piece called a comb. It produces the sound. Small protuberances pluck the different teeth of the comb, and as they rotate past it, making it the different notes. The first music box to be invented used a rotating cylinder, and the protuberances on it. Okay. But over time, a new type of player was produced. They used discs such as these. With that development, the popularity of music boxes spread far and wide all over the globe. Why exactly? Well, the discs are easy to produce and can be interchanged to facilitate playing a different tune. There are a great many firms in Europe now manufacturing music boxes as a result. It is wonderful to be able to enjoy music, even when no performer is present. But it's the very success of the invention that means we are now presented with an insurmountable problem. What do you mean? As you may imagine, the construction of one firm's music box does not match that of another, and we have no way of knowing in which music box this particular disc was designed to be played. There's no resolution to the problem, I'm afraid. It's quite intractable. Well, not really, because what all they need to do is find out what type of music box McGilded had. Because clearly this was for him. Okay, the sticker on it said, for McGilded. Find out what he had, and you know what type of box it should be played on. I see. So that's why. Naturally, I tested the disc on the few music boxes I have at my disposal. But as you can hear, to no avail. Maybe it's not meant for our ears. Maybe it's for alien ears. The results were equally unsatisfactory with this one. So, I'm presently engaged in acquiring an example of all the music boxes ever made in Europe. Every single one? That's Hurley for you, always taking things too far. But my dear girl, an unsolved riddle is quite repugnant to my constitution. Surely all the different types in Europe will amount to a huge volume of music boxes, won't it? Yes, that is certainly true. In the worst case, I shall just have to ask you to vacate the attic room. What? Magnus McGilded. Not a name I expected to hear again so soon. Yes, it's only been 2 months since the grisly case. Mr. McGilded perished within hours of the trial's conclusion. Was it the curse of the Reaper? No one knows still now. The omnibus was reduced to a pile of ash, not a shred of evidence remained. And with the man's death, the truth about the murder in which he was so intimately involved was buried. Welcome back, Alchemist! Even though we successfully established Mr. McGilded's innocence in the trial, the newspapers are still claiming that it remains an unsolved case. Had to bring girlfriend lunch. Oh, that's nice of you. Excellent. The murder of the brickmaker, the thrice-fired mason. Yeah, and these two dodgy buggers. In the end, the truth of the matter remains a mystery. We still have no idea what really happened that night. And although Mr. McGilded was found not guilty through my defense, I still don't know if it was the right judgment or not. Conveniently forgot to make her lunch today, then asked if I'd get some po since it's on the way. Nice! Yummy. It would appear the case is not yet closed. Well, it's time I started getting things ready for dinner, I think. Ginny will be here before long. Thank you, Iris. Oh, well, you must let me help you then. Of course, Susie, there's plenty to do. I think I shall investigate the condition of my faithful performing partner. Now then, where did I leave it? Let this be a lesson to you, Mr. Sholmes. Never leave anything too precious with the pawnbroker. Yes, you may be right. Oh, that reminds me of something Mr. Windybank said before. He said he had a manuscript of Iris's in a pawn, didn't he? Did he? Yes, he definitely mentioned it. Mr. Sholmes' latest tales of otherworldly mysteries lies dormant in my storeroom, were his words, I believe. So you heard about that, did you? I expected you were incensed as I was. Oh yes, the idea of such a wonderful story languishing in Windybank's storeroom, gathering dust. My dear madam, I'm quite sure I told you already. The pawnbroker's storeroom is the safest place for it to be, more secure than a bank vault. And what about your Stradivarius, Hurley? Was that safe and secure? I mean, technically, yes. It was so safe and secure that he didn't even get it back when he asked for it. That's how secure it was. That's security you cannot just buy with money. Well, there may be an occasional mix-up, caused by a certain impetuous someone not too far from me now. Do you have any idea how long it took me to write that Baskerville story, Hurley? Don't think that's security. I mean, it's secure, though. The point is, it wasn't stolen. It was still there. Oh, it sounds so exciting. The Hound of the Baskervilles. I should love to read it. And they're like, no, you don't want to read this. Not at all. It's a cursed story. Like, seriously. Wow, we dropped a whole nother bunch of frames here, guys. I need to try rewiring this up and doing something different with the setup. It's not too bad compared to previous streams, though, but it seems to be coming like in big chunks and then stops for a while. What's going on here? Why does it feel like an icy chill swept through the room? Susie, what did you just say? You said The Hound of the Baskervilles. But how could you know the full title? Well, that's because Susato is such a great fan of the stories about Mr. Sholmes, of course. But Runo, The Hound of the Baskervilles, has never been published. What? When I showed Hurley the manuscript, he told me that I wasn't allowed to publish it yet. I don't understand. Hey, Yuri! How's it going? Good to see you. That's why he said he'd keep it in the safe, until it was the right time for the story to be made public, you see. But that's why the manuscript is at Windybank's. And yet, how could Susie know the title? Well, Hurley, what's going on? Ah. What is it, Mr. Sholmes? It would appear our guest has arrived. Saved by the bell, huh? Miss Lestrade. This was a bad idea. I knew I weren't welcome. I'm going. Alright, what does she steal? Wait, Miss Lestrade? Come back. We've all been eagerly awaiting for your arrival. Haven't we, Iris? She got the coat back? Oh, yeah. Yeah, so what happened with the whole coat thing? The dandy guy who showed up and said it was his coat, and then we did a deduction with Sherlock Sholmes, and we found out that it wasn't his coat at all. He actually had a description of Ginny Lestrade. So he was waiting for her to show up. He followed her into the pawnbroker, and then he saw what the pawnbroker wrote down as the password for retrieving the coat. So that's how he knew the password. And he was expecting there to be 2 discs in it, but there was only the 1. But nobody knew about the discs. Maybe Ginny did. Maybe Lestrade knew. But yeah, we don't really know exactly what's on this disc yet. It is music, but we don't know why it matters, or why it was for Mr. McGilded, or what anything has to do with anything. But she did get them to let, when the detectives showed up afterwards, because the guy pulled a gun on us and the pawnbroker hit his panic button, so Gregson showed up, the detective, along with a couple of bobbies. They've taken the guy to the station and they confiscated the music disc, but Sholmes made a copy of it by using some caramel to make an impression. So he made an impression of it, he's made a copy of it, so now we can try to find out what's on it. But he's getting all the music boxes in Europe made so that they can all be delivered and we can try it on all of them. I'm gonna call him the Great White Dandy, hell yes. That's a good one. So, yeah. That's basically what happened, and then Lestrade stared daggers at Gregson until she let her keep the coat. Yeah, so he let her keep the coat after checking all the pockets and making sure there was nothing else in it, and it was like, alright, here you go. So that's what we figured out. When you're in a bad mood, a good bowl of ramen will either cure what ails you or takes the sting out of you. Yeah, ramen's great. Oh yes, just wait there, Ginny. We'll have everything ready in a jiffy. And we've also found out that Iris's father was the murder victim from the first case in the first thing, which I kind of wondered, with his name being John H. Wilson and she's Iris Wilson, and the pen name she runs under is John H. Wilson. And now we've found out that that was actually her dad, and he was actually Sherlock Sholmes' partner for a while. And that metal chest has all of his case files in it. All of the, like, you know, diaries and of his adventures with Sholmes. So, yeah, we're making progress. We haven't told Iris that we know about that, but now we've just name dropped the fact that we know what the manuscript is that Sholmes apparently left at the pawnbrokers. We know it's the Hound of the Baskervilles story, and she wants to know how we know that. So yeah, good tonkotsu. Yes. Anthony Moke, hello. How are you? Nice to see you. Come on in. Alright, come along, Susie. Right, of course. It's a pleasure to see you here, Miss Lestrade. Please make yourself at home. Don't stand in the doorway, my dear girl. Come along in. What say you to some Mendelssohn? Mendelssohn. I won't take no for an answer. Meddlesome it is, then? Just like, what the bloody hell are they talking about? Kitty! Stop being so fucking adorable! That evening, Iris prepared us all a meal that was even more delicious than usual. Mr. Sholmes' violin performance was in no way meddlesome, and Gina, as we came to call her, taught us all about how to steal things from another without being noticed. Everyone thoroughly enjoyed themselves well into the night. I demand you pet that cat this fucking instant. I would if I could. If there was a pet cat button, it would be hammered into the ground by now. That was a very enjoyable evening, wasn't it? Oh yes, Iris's cooking was truly divine. I feel as though I can still hear the enchanting strains of Mr. Sholmes' violin even now. Best of all, I bet I could steal the glass from his lordship's face next time we're in court. Don't do that. Naruhodo-san, could I consult with you about something, I wonder? What's the matter, Susato? I wonder if it's got something to do with the telegram. Yes, it's about the telegram I received. I bet that's how she knew the name of the unpublished manuscript. If it's got something to do with that. The one that arrived the first thing this morning, I suppose. I've been summoned. Summoned? What do you mean? The telegram was from the Lord Chief Justice's office. Lord Strongheart has asked to see me. The Lord Chief Justice? When? Tomorrow morning. What? Then we have to start preparing at once. Oh, no. That won't be necessary, Naruhodo-san. I've been summoned alone. Alone? What on earth for? I have no idea. I suppose I shall find out tomorrow. What's all this about? Whatever it is, it's making me feel very uneasy. Who could that be, I wonder? Good evening, friends! Oh, Iris, hello again. Oh, party in our room now, is it? After dinner party. And Gina too. Yes, Ginny's going to stay with us tonight. She's going to sleep in with me. Isn't that right, Ginny? Well, yeah. Aw, how lovely. Let me make a pot of tea. You know, I've learned so much today. Oh? What? What in particular? All those things Ginny showed us, wasn't it wonderful? You mean all the pickpocketing techniques? We had fun trying them out on each other, didn't we? I think I've awakened a natural talent. I could earn a living from it. Please don't. You might be getting ahead of yourself there. So what brings you to our humble quarters at this late hour? Well, you see, I came to return this. Wait, what? That's mine. Oh my, however did you... I told you, didn't I? I have a natural talent for it. Yes, I've forgotten. Iris literally is a child genius. So anyway, here. You can have it back. Not that I really understand why you wear it, though. Ah, thank you. Alright then, good night. Good night. Bye. So this is your office, is it? What do you think, Ginny? I think I wouldn't fancy my chances with a lawyer what lives in a place like this. Yes, me too. Seems as though with Iris here, still has something she'd like to talk about. I suppose she probably wants to talk about the manuscript. I suppose she probably does. Alright. Is, what's her face in the examination window? Yeah, there she is. Let's talk to her first. Gina looks very pensive over there. Are you alright, Gina? Hey? I was just thinking, that's all. How I wouldn't fancy me chances with a lawyer what lives in a place like this. Yes, you did mention that already. Get off, did I? Well, nothing else really springs to mind, that's why. What's wrong with this room exactly? I like it. It's nice. It's charming. Look, there's even an orange there on the countertop. Oh, maybe it's an orange, or is it an apple? I don't know. Anyway. So the manuscript. Iris, I suppose you're hoping to talk about the manuscript, aren't you? Aren't you going to tell me? I'm so sorry. I need a little more time, please. Alright, I understand. I hope I haven't made you feel awkward. What looks like a bundle of onions hanging from the ceiling. Really? It's on the other one, is it? I'll have a look later. Oh no, not at all, Iris, not at all. Oh yeah, there they are, yeah. Yeah, that does look like a huge bundle of onions. It probably is, you know. Very mature for a 10-year-old, I know, right? I don't know what all this is about, really, but it's a story you made up, is it, Iris? This mantle script or whatever you call it? It's not exactly a story that I made up. It's something I read in Daddy's diaries. Daddy's? That's right. I don't suppose I've mentioned it to you before, Ginny, but my daddy was Hurley's assistant once, his partner. Eh? That what? They solved all the strange cases and mysteries together. Is that right, mister? Apparently so. I was surprised as you are, though. And Daddy wrote all the details of every case down, you see, in his diaries. So I study them and write my stories based on what actually happened. So, where's your old man now, then? He's had to go away on urgent business to a faraway land, and he'll be gone for a very long time, so I've never really met him. Aww. Oh, right. Come to think of it. I mean, does she know he's dead? I don't know anything about Gina's parents either. Perhaps we should ask her. That's it, and you never will. Oh, Freya, no. Yeah, let's ask her. Let's ask her if we can. Yeah, Dad is dead. Sorry, spoilers. He's the victim in the first murder case at the beginning of the game. When does this ball drop? Yeah. So, your parents. I've realised I don't know anything about your parents, Gina. I ain't got any, have I? Never did have. Oh, really? You never had parents, right. I mean, you know, if they were never around, you could never really have had parents, because you need to have them around to be parents, but anyway. You will have birth givers. Look, the East End's full of orphans like me. No one wants nothing to do with us from the minute we're born, not even our mums. But we all stick together. The older ones look after the little ones and make sure they get by. So that's why you're a pickpocket. Nah. Diving's my life, I love it. I get a kick out of it every time I lift some pompous idiot's purse. And that's how we all afford to eat. I'm like Robin Hood, ain't I? That's how I see it. Oh, Gina. I do think about it sometimes. What it'd be like to have parents, I mean. I always thought I'd make everything right. But having listened to what Iris just said, it sounds like having parents ain't always easy either. Oh! I mean, if you know you'd never had them, you don't feel like you're always wanting to meet them. It's true. I do want to see Daddy so much. Oh no, Iris. Ooh. Okay. So this Hound of the Baskervilles. Iris, the Hound of the Baskervilles story. I take it that's another tale inspired by your father's accounts? That's right. I thought it was fascinating. But it's different somehow from the other cases, I mean. Oh, how? I don't really know, but it must be special in some way because after I'd written it and I showed the manuscript to Hurley, he turned as white as a sheet. It was the first time I'd ever seen him like that. Of course, it's the Hound of the Baskervilles. It's a creepy tale. It pains me to have to say this after you've toiled over it for so long, Iris, but this story must not be published at this time under any circumstances. But why not? It's one of my best works. I'm not at liberty to say, not now, so please, do not ask me. Alright, then I won't. But I do solemnly swear that I will explain everything one day, Iris, when the time is right. That's how the manuscript came to be with Mr. Windibank, is it? Yes. Hurley said it had to be somewhere very safe. That really gets my goat, that does. He's treating you like a child. I mean, that's what it is, keeping secrets like that. I'm sure Mr. Sholmes isn't trying to be mean, eh? If he said he wasn't at liberty to talk about it, I'm sure there must have been a very good reason. I think so too. You lot are too trusting for your own good. But he can't pull the wool over my eyes. Sholmes is lying to Iris, I bet my life on it. What? Hurley's lying to me? No, he's not. Talk to her again then now? There we go. Gina, what do you mean when you said that you know that Mr. Sholmes is lying to Iris? Well, he reckons he popped that mantle script or whatever, right? But come on, that's obviously a load of rubbish. Oh my, why would you think that, Gina? It's simple. If that story were really old in Windibank's, or really in old Windibank's storeroom, there's no way someone from halfway around the world, in other words, you, could know about it. Ah. Sorry, Iris, but if you ask me, he sold it. Without telling you. But Hurley would never do something like that, I'm sure of it. Ha! Grown-ups do a lot worse than that, believe me. Barefaced liars, the lot of them. You just ain't realised it yet. I'm telling you, that mantle script ain't at Windibank's. You'll soon see if you had a look. Even if you do think you can trust him, I don't. That Sholmes is a liar like the rest of them. Well, he's not very good at deductions, but... if I'm honest, I have wondered if Hurley tells me the truth sometimes. See? Oh, but I don't mean like I think he sold it. I mean that sometimes I wonder if he might have hidden the manuscript somewhere I don't know. Even though it's wrong of me to doubt him. Well, don't be too hard on yourself, Iris. Oh my goodness, look at the time. Come along, Ginny, we should get back downstairs. Yeah, alright. And please, don't mention any of this to Hurley, will you? No, of course not. Good night then, Iris. Good night, Gina. You must let me make breakfast for you tomorrow morning, I insist. Oh, yes, please. I can't wait, Susie. Good night, then. Iris, it sure is easy to forget, isn't it? Sometimes she speaks like an adult, but deep down she's still just a child. Well, I think it's time that I turned in for the night too, Naruhodo-san. Dr. John H. Wilson, Iris's father, but also the name of the murdered visiting professor at Yume University. It can't be a mere coincidence. There's something deeper going on. And we never did solve exactly why he was murdered. Or what happened to the murderer. Because she was spirited away suddenly. Mr. Naruhodo! Mr. Naruhodo! That voice? That's Mr. Sholmes? What's going on? It's the middle of the night. It's Miss Lestrade. She's gone. Gina? She was supposed to be sleeping in Iris's room, but her bed is empty. Well, she's an independent young woman. She probably decided to go home, no? I think not. From speaking to her before she retired, I received the distinct impression that she was looking forward to breakfast with Mr. Sato. No, I don't believe the girl has gone home, but I've been waiting for over an hour now. Over an hour? Oh. If you'll indulge me, look out of the window, my dear fellow. What's this about? Pawn shop lights on. Wait a minute. Why is there a light on at this time of night? That's Mr. Windibank's pawnbrokery. Mr. Windibank's? Oh no. It's simple. If that store were really an old Windibank storeroom, there's no way someone from halfway around the world, in other words you, could know about it. Yeah, she's gone to go and get the book. Oh, yeah. Sorry, Iris, but if you ask me, he sold it. Without telling you. Could Gina have gone? Seems you have some knowledge of the situation, Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, no. No, not really. Well, anyway, we must investigate. At once. Oh, Miss Susato. So the door to Windibank's, it's open. Prinny! Hey, dude! I see it's Ace Attorney times. Time for me to lurk. Yes, thank you for the lurk, though. Do appreciate it. But yeah, we're on the last case as well, so you definitely don't want spoilers. I hope you're doing well today. It's good to see you. The lamp is burning. It must be Gina, mustn't it? Let us hope it's nothing more sinister. What? He still thinks the guy's coming back with a shovel to dig into the sewers and go to the bank across the road and rob it. Come, there's not a moment to lose. Clearly something is afoot inside. Doing well, hope you're doing well also. Yeah, not bad. I handed the keys over for the house though yesterday, so... But other than that, I'm good. Thank you for the lurk. So there's no one here. Oh damn, look at the calendar. It's, yeah, the page has been torn off, so Windibank left. So he shouldn't be here. But there be blood on the calendar. Oh yes, there is. Bang! Ah! Mr. Sholmes! Mr. Sholmes! What the... Has Sholmes been shot? Leave me, Mr. Naruhodo. But after them, go! Right. Do we have our sword with us? Blast! We've lost them. Hello, hello, what have we here? The alarm was just raised from the pawnbrokers, sir. Would you know something about that? Officer, come with me! It's my friend, Mr. Sholmes. He's been shot. Shot? Probably just tripped and fell, yeah. With the policeman close behind me, I ran back to Windibank's. Don't you die on me, Sholmes.
Mr. Sholmes!
Mr. Naruhodo.
How bad is it? Never mind me, but there's much at stake. Behind that door. In the storeroom. Hurry!
But we need a password first. Where's the copper? Oh no. No, I told you he'd be killed. I told you! Wait.
It's Gina!
Oh no. Let me guess. This is another locked room mystery, isn't it? It's going to be one of those, well, she was locked in the room with him. How could anyone else have possibly shot him? He finally used the last bullet. Yeah. Although he reached all the way around his back and shot himself like that. Oh my goodness. Wow. Bang! Ah! I'll be alright, Mr. Naruhodo! After them, go! Deja vu! Behind that door in the storeroom, hurry! Oh yeah, and of course she's holding the gun as well. It's Gina! Well, we know that that gun has only one bullet loaded in it. So, yeah. And the creepy doll. Oh, yeah. From that moment, Winterbank's pawnbrokery became a crime scene. Everything that followed happened in a whirlwind of activity. The arrival of the police, the preliminary investigation on the scene and the questioning. It was just before dawn before I was allowed back to my lodgings at 221B. Oh, Iris! A telegram came, but all it said was, wait at home. Electronic Phoenix, thank you for that new follow as well. Welcome to the channel. Thank you very much for hitting the follow button there. Much appreciated. Hope you're enjoying the show. Oh yes, we asked one of the policemen to have it sent. Oh, okay. It was simply impossible to come back. When I woke up, I was all alone. Hurley and Ginny were gone. Everyone was gone. What happened, Runo? Poor Iris, she's trembling. Ghostbusters Afterlife Funko Pops are for a pre-order? Ooh, nice. Get them all. She's obviously trying very hard not to let herself get too worried. I'll explain everything that I know. Something awful has happened, hasn't it? Yes. I'm afraid so. Let's fill her in. I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Iris, but Mr. Winterbank is dead. He was shot. Not by himself, apparently. We discovered it in the early hours of the morning. Oh, yes, I had a feeling. You did? Well, I saw all the police carriages pulling up outside the shop, so I knew something must have happened there. When we entered Winterbanks in the small hours, we disturbed a gang of 2 thugs. They ran out onto the street and I chased them, but they got away. So it was one of them who shot old Mr. Winterbank, I suppose? I don't know, but that's not what the police believe at the moment. Why not? They've arrested someone else as the prime suspect, you see. Gina. Ginny? But why? Well, she had a gun in her hand and he was dead with a gunshot in a locked room with her, so yeah, it's kind of like the second case all over again. Locked room mysteries. They got a bunch of the mini Stay Puft guys. Oh, good old Stay Puft. Well, the thing is, no, Ginny wouldn't do something like that. I know. None of us is thinking she did. Why have they arrested her? I should have seen it coming, actually, when she was saying, well, I didn't think I'd fancy my chances with a lawyer who lives in a place like this, so it's like, oh boy, guess what? I'm your lawyer now. I'm sorry, there was nothing I could do. Where's Hurley, then? Is he still at the investigating the scene? He really ought to have some breakfast. It's not good for him to miss meals. I don't want you to worry, Iris, but I have some news about Mr. Sholmes. He was taken to the hospital this morning. What? Well, when we entered Winterbanks, a gun was fired, and he took a bullet. Hurley was shot? No, he took a bullet. He picked up the gun, took one of the bullets out of it, and then left. Yes, he was shot. No. I mean, well, it's all right. His life isn't in danger. Really, are you sure? Where is he? Which hospital? He's at St. Sinas. They're tending to him there. I must see him at once. I'm sorry, Iris, but you can't. Why not? That's not fair. I'm a family member. I should be allowed. No, I mean nobody can see him at the moment. He's not allowed any visitors. They're preparing to operate, you see. To operate? Well, yeah, they gotta get the bullet out. Gotta get ready for work, adios. No problem, Alchemist. Take care, dude. Thanks for stopping by as always. See you again. Oh, poor Hurley. It was the two thugs who were in Mr. Winterbank's shop. They shot Mr. Sholmes when we disturbed them, you see. It was pitch black inside the shop at the time. My mind went totally blank, I'm afraid. I just froze. After them, go! After that, I ran into the street, but, well, they were long gone. I shouldn't have hesitated. I'm so sorry. It's my fault. I let them get away. I think that's a very good thing. Sorry? Well, if you'd seen which way they went and chased after them, you might have been shot as well, Runo. He's like, oh shit, I didn't think about that. Fucking hell, why did I run after them? On top of everything else, I couldn't bear that. Oh, Iris. Aww. So where's Susie, Runo? She's at the police station. Oh, why? I expect she's still being questioned. The police said they wouldn't be finished for a while. Why aren't you there then? Well, I didn't get a good look at the criminals anyway, so they weren't questioning me for long. Miss Susato stayed behind at the scene to tend to Mr. Sholmes. They didn't get started until later. Ah, I see. Besides, one of us had to come back and be with Iris. I'm glad Inspector Gregson agreed to me leaving early. You should have let me know and I would have come to the station. I don't understand why they arrested Ginny. It's not fair. What about the two thugs that were at the scene? Why aren't they the prime suspects? After all, they shot Hurley dead, didn't they? He's not dead. No, I mean, Mr. Sholmes isn't dead, Iris. Ah, this is also horrible. Thing is, Mr. Winterbank was found on the floor in the storeroom where he keeps all the deposited articles. The storeroom door was locked from the inside. I see. Birdie wasn't alone in there. Gina was found next to him on the floor as well. Oh no! According to the detectives who investigated afterwards... Don't tell me. There was no one else in the room? Yeah, exactly. How did you know? Well, it's the only explanation. Yeah, the only explanation indeed. What do you mean by that, Runo? Well, what can I say? I'm damned if I agree, damned if I don't. I'm afraid I'll need to go out again now, Iris. There's not much I can do at the moment. But I can at least try to find out how Mr. Sholmes and Gina are getting on. I want to go too. Take me with you, Runo. I can't stand around here waiting. I'm not sure how I feel about taking a 10-year-old child to the scene of a murder, but I don't want to leave her all alone either. Alright then, Iris. Perhaps you can help me? Oh yes, I'd love to. Gina's at the prison, Mr. Sholmes is probably in the hospital bed. And don't forget, we have to visit the crime scene. We need to conduct a thorough investigation. Ah, I can see you're ready for action. I imagine Iris would appreciate going to the hospital sooner rather than later. Cool. Right. Well, guys, before we get too deep into this, because these things can run on for like half an hour or more, we are near the end of the stream anyway, so I'm not going to tempt fate with the internet gods as well, so I'm going to end it there for the day, guys. So, let me just close the game out real quick. Oops.